Hello, my ladies. I'm feeling a little bit better today, so let's get you a reading. I don't know what this is going to be about. Let's focus on love, whether you're in a relationship or not. Queen of Cups and the Star in reverse. You have lost hope that this person is coming in, that your true person is coming in. You shouldn't. I feel like you're about to be surprised, like really surprised. I feel like this person's going to pour into you. They're going to give you everything that you need and then some. There's this Ace of Cups in the reverse. You feel like you missed out on an opportunity, or you feel like something has passed you by. And the Moon in reverse. The truth is about to be revealed. We've got an eclipse coming on the 29th. We've got all these retrogrades going on. I feel like Spirit's just kind of purging out the last little bit of stuff that you need to release in order to get there. And then you're going to have to make a decision once this actually comes in. What direction do you want to take? So choose wisely. Remove any sort of blinders. Make sure you see the truth for what it is. The truth, right? What do you really want? Is everything going on in your life kind of up in the air, upheaval, stuff going on? Because I feel like some of you really want something that's solid and stable, the Hierophant. So you've got the spiritual ascension going on. You've got, things changing and turning around. And I feel like for the better. For some of you, you're going to go towards commitment with the right person. But you've also been deceived plenty. So you need to be really careful with who you get involved with. I feel like you're in this period of learning and healing right now. Learning and healing. That's what I keep seeing. What else? Queen of Swords. Yeah, you're going to have to be skeptical. I feel like you also are going to cut people off that's no good for you because you're tired of being in survival mode with Ten of Swords in reverse. So you're going to have to make some changes. Those are going to happen quickly with the Chariot. Change, movement, transformation, forward progress. Page of Pentacles in reverse. You've got to plan or set some goals for the future, and then you also need time out to rest. So let's see what else we've got going on. Okay, what else is happening in love for the collective? Anybody who finds this message, whoa. All right, Queen of Wands. You've got to start manifesting your desires. I feel like you're also about to get a lot of attention for whatever reason, that there's people that are starting to take notice and pay attention to you. And so that might bring in some new opportunities, especially for work or finances, some growth, some forward progress. But it leads to a lot of change, right? So Tower moments tell us that it's going to create upheaval. It's going to create transformation. It's going to be unpleasant sometimes in order to get there, but it's necessary. And Judgment being out here tells us that we're definitely at the end of the road. And now I'm hearing a Boyz II Men song. I think it's called At the End of the Road. Anyways, I'll look that up. I'll put it in the comments. Judgment is definitely telling us that time's up, right? There's some sort of decision that's pending finality that creates this massive change in our life. So we have to be prepared for that. And we've also got to let go of all the things in our life that are holding us back. So we've got to sever ties. Maybe it's relationships. Maybe it's friendships. Maybe it's work situations. Whatever this is where there's been deception or things that are not above board, that's going to be revealed so that it can come to an abrupt end, right? Which facilitates the change and opens up a whole new world of opportunities. So can you shift your perspective in this situation to get to the good stuff? Of course you can. I do feel like you have new love coming in for some of you. Again, rest is super important right now, so you guys won't see me a bunch on here until I'm all the way better. But there could be some past stuff resurfacing, right? We are at a bunch of retrogrades, one of those being Venus, one of them being Mercury. Stuff from the past comes back. So you got to ask yourself, is it worth your time and energy to invest in it or not? And if not, then you need to make changes and go in a different direction. And for some of you, it takes a lot of inner work and healing in order to overcome these challenges. And that's what helps to restore the balance. Love that. One more. Yeah, so it's time to start thinking about the future. What does that look like? What direction do you want to take things in life? And what do you plan on doing to get there, right? Because you got to put one foot in front of the other and make a choice of where you want to go. Tell them what's happening in love. What's happening? Yeah, you deserve love. So are you giving it to yourself first? Self-acceptance is important. Pay attention to any sort of red flags. If something feels off, don't ignore that. Remember that the signs are always cautioning you, and if something doesn't feel right, it's usually not. And Spirit wants you to have trust that the right person's coming at the right time. Your finances and career are also being affected. You might be in like this holding pattern right now financially, but things are about to change. The Knight of Pentacles is out here. And I feel like the hard work is really what's needed in order to get there. But we've also got to grow and evolve. We have to change things that aren't working. So you're working on healing right now. Some of that requires a lot of rest, right? Especially if you're going through major ascension symptoms right now. I feel like you could need way more rest than usual. Yeah. So endings are bringing in new beginnings, right? We have to transform the energy, bringing in new love for you. And I do feel like somebody may be expressing how they feel. Okay. So who are they? Who is this new person that's coming in for you guys? Someone with black hair. X. Could be an ex of yours that resurfaces too. Leo or a fire sign. M. Someone with fashion colored hair. Virgo or earth sign. Could have tattoos anywhere on the body. Anybody else that's coming in? Tell me about the Hierophant, because we have the Hierophant, we have Cupid's arrow plus the love call. Tell me about the Hierophant. I feel like somebody's questioning a lot of things. Q, H, birthmark on the face, letter I, A. Who else? Who is this message for? Who is it for? Someone with a wide nose, loves to sing. Red hair, loves to read old books. Who is getting the love call? Junk food junkie, someone you haven't met yet. Blonde hair. Okay. Who's this Tower moment for? Long hair past the shoulders, dimples in the cheeks, has a cat. Anything else for this message to resonate? Who else is this for? We have a Y and somebody that has kids. All right, one more. There we go. Gamer, procrastinates, unmotivated, and a dreamer. All right, what is our outcome? What's going to happen when this love call comes in? What's the outcome? You're going to have to make a decision about what you want, right? And set yourself free. And then you've got to make some forward progress. You've got to take action somewhere. What else? Yep. You got to be willing to take a leap of faith towards your divine counterpart. Love that. I feel like it's important that you nurture the things you want to grow right now. I feel like you're headed towards abundance. I feel like you're headed towards new beginnings. And I feel like once we kind of get out of this retrograding energy, that things are going to start to actually move forward in a big way. Yep. You're headed towards abundance. It could be with a partnership. I do feel like some of this is stuff you've worked really hard for. And so it also opens up opportunities for you to pave the way to go in a new direction. Ace of Wands, right? Adventure. You need to kind of stride out into new territory, try new things. But I feel like you also need to not overwhelm yourself right now, because you're going through a lot of major changes. And so some of the delays are going to prove necessary, that you're going to have to go in a new direction, try new things, maybe hit the pause button here and there. But there's definitely some new possibilities coming in, love and money. And Page of Swords. So start planning or setting some goals for the future, but remember to have fun. I feel like there's this curious energy there. Somebody might be spying on you as well. It could be this person you haven't met yet that's been watching you. All right. And I do think they are coming in with a love offer when the time is right. So we're going to let go of the past, conflict and chaos, and relinquish those things. Let go of control. I feel like if you just let spirit lead, you're going to be fine. And I feel like you also are like needing to really stick up for yourself, have some boundaries, especially in places where maybe you haven't before. I feel like those are some things that are needing to change. And then you need to make balance a priority. Don't hoard your resources right now. Share what you have. Share it accordingly, and don't overthink it. You're going to be just fine. You just need to keep going. So let go of the confusion. I feel like there's lots of that mentally right now. Confusion, feeling like you're kind of stuck, maybe feeling like you're kind of trapped. You're not. This is part of the process for going forward. It requires a lot of strength and determination and courage in order to face your fears and keep going, but you can. All right. And the Lovers. So ultimately, I feel like whatever this changes leads to your person, right? Somebody that's divinely guided to be in your life, somebody that checks all your boxes. It leads to a lot of abundance, financial gain, things like that, changing things for the better. So we're going to close out these old toxic chapters and let go of those things so that we can finally celebrate the good stuff, right? No more nightmare fuel. We want to go towards something that's more positive. So trust your instincts and intuition. Know that you probably have a lot of choices. Not all of them are going to be good for you. So kind of make a pros and a cons list. What's working, what's not working.